One of the greatest parts about being Canadian is how, in this country, we look out for people in need. Canada was built on compassion, looking out for one another, giving people a hand up when times are tough. As a mother, as a community volunteer, as a public servant, it's something that has always been important to me. It's one of the big reasons why I decided to put my name on a ballot and run for office. It's one of the big reasons I dedicate time to volunteer at local food banks in my home community of Nepean, in both Barrhaven and in Bell's Corners. Compassion is something that we as Conservatives believe in. We must be there for people living in poverty, people living with disabilities, people who are just looking for a helping hand. But we have to show up with more than just compassion. People living with disabilities, people living in poverty, people who need a helping hand expect and deserve a chance at success. We expect our government and our programs to help people provide that chance at success. It's about lifting people up, offering people a way out, and helping people get their lives back on track. A way out and hope through more jobs and more opportunities. A government for the people must be for all of the people, including those in poverty, those on social assistance, and those in need. We need to build a system that is focused on helping getting people back on track. One of the things that I did after taking this job was to review the social assistance plans that our government inherited. It was, to put it mildly, a mess. The Liberals presided over a disjointed, patchwork system with no interest at all in whether these programs delivered results. They spent money the province didn't have, proposing handouts that actually do little, if anything, to help break the cycle of poverty. And they rushed through a series of regulatory changes that had more to do with scoring political points than it was about helping people. It was, and it is, an approach that we cannot, in good conscience, allow to continue without systemic change and improvements. We can do better, and we need to do better. The system as it is today doesn't lift people up, it suppresses them, it holds them down. That's why we need to pause the patchwork system and develop a plan that actually helps people get their lives back on track. We are setting an ambitious target for ourselves, 100 days, to get this right. And we know how we're going to start. Right now, frontline staff spend too much time on paperwork. I want to see our staff in the field stabilize people in the system and support them in order to succeed. Too many people are being trapped by the current system, and this cycle of dependence is having a negative effect on the people the program is actually supposed to support. Our plan will help get people back to work and help them keep working. It will support people with disabilities to work when they are able and participate in their communities. These efforts will go hand in hand with our existing efforts to make life more affordable for people in need. While we're working on our new plan, on compassionate grounds, we're going to raise rates by 1.5% across the board to help those with the cost of living. This will replace the patchwork of handouts and regulatory changes that were included in the Liberals' final days. We are also going to wind down the Ontario Basic Income Research Project, which is clearly not the answer for Ontario families. And we're going to continue to deliver on the promises we made to the people of Ontario, lowering hydro rates, scrapping the carbon tax, and cutting gas prices by 10 cents a litre, delivering targeted tax relief for working parents and minimum wage earners, and continuing to make Ontario open for business by encouraging more jobs and more opportunities, including for those who need them most. But This is a tough job. Tackling the serious issues facing our social system is not an easy thing to do, but it's the right thing to do. And that's what we were elected to do.